Hi, first graders. It's Miss Brotland here. Are you ready to do some science? For our science job today, you need two things right away. You're going to need your journal and a pencil. So please start looking for both of those and hit pause while you're looking. When you are done, you can hit play again, and I'll let you know what we're doing for science. Thanks so much for finding your journal and your pencil. Today for science, we're going to start learning about animals. The first animal we're going to learn about is penguins. They are one of my favorite animals. I love them so much. Specifically, we're going to talk about the emperor penguin. So just like there's different kinds of dogs, there's different types of penguins. So we're going to read a book all about emperor penguins. While we're reading, we're going to be doing some research. Research, that's kind of a big word. Research is when we look for facts and then we write them down. That way we can share them with others. So today we are researching about penguins. I want to find out what their diet is. Diet. Have you ever heard what the word diet is? Yeah, diet is what does it eat? So what do penguins eat? That is their diet. The other fact that I want to learn about today is their habitat. Do you know what habitat means? Super close. Yeah. Habitat is where does it live? So where do the penguins live? Or specifically, where do the emperor penguins live? I wrote tiny, I wrote home. So habitat starts with H, and home also starts with H. When you think of a habitat, you can think of home. Where do they live? So while we read today, we are going to be looking for their habitat. Where is their home? Where do they live? And their diet. What do they eat? If you want, you can open up that journal to your next clean page so that we can start recording our facts while we read. At the top of their page, make sure you put your name at the top. So I'm going to write Miss Brotland. You're not going to write Miss Brotland because I don't think I'm you. You're your own person. So write your own name. Then I am going to write emperor penguins because that is what we are researching about. The emperor penguin. So it's a name. So I'm going to start with a capital E. Emperor. It almost has two R's, so E-M-P-E-R-O-R. Emperor. Finger space penguins. Gwins. G-U-I-N-S. Emperor penguins. And let's underline it because that's our title. So below, we are going to be writing about the diet of an emperor penguin and the habitat of the emperor penguin. So while I'm reading, make sure you stop me if you hear about the diet or the habitat. Let's get reading. Cross those fingers, cross them. Oh, there we go. Here is my book. It is a nonfiction book, so it is going to give us facts. The title is Emperor Penguin. And at the beginning of nonfiction books are a table of contents. So the table of contents tells us what each section is about, almost like chapters. So the first section is, what are emperor penguins? Black and white, deep sea divers, penguin families, glossary, and to learn more. So those are going to be all the topics we will talk about today. Here's my header. What are emperor penguins? Emperor penguins are the largest penguin in the world. These birds do not fly. They swim in cold, icy water. On land, they slide on their bellies. They also waddle across the ice. Emperor penguins are only found in Antarctica. The birds do not have nests or shelter from snow and wind. Ding, 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 ding. Are you stopping me? It just told us where they're found. That is our habitat. Their home. So emperor penguins are only found in Antarctica. So we need to stop and take some notes. Okay, I hope you have your pencil ready. I'm going to write habitat, so I know that that's what I'm talking about. So habitat. Habitat. If you want, you can add a little dash. So habitat. Where do they live? Antarctica, of course. They live in Antarctica. Ready? They. TH. Don't be tricked. This was one of our sight words before. It is an EY. They. I'm going to go to my next line. Live. Silent E. They live, finger space, in Antarctica. This is a name of a place, so I'm going to capitalize Antarctica. 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 Don't forget your period because that is a complete sentence. So what are emperor penguins' habitats? They live in Antarctica. Now, if I am going too fast, hit the pause button right now so that you can catch up. We figured out where they live. They live in Antarctica, so it's super, super cold there. If you want, you can write a reminder, cold. So remember, the next thing or the last thing we're looking for today is their diet. So what do penguins eat? So I'll read our page over again. Emperor penguins are only found in Antarctica. The birds do not have nests or shelter from the snow and wind. Instead, they help each other survive. Colonies huddle in groups to stay warm. So I see a little word right here. It says colony. So colony is the group of penguins to stay warm. Next header, black and white. Emperor penguins are black and white with yellow markings around their head. Dense feathers and blubber protects the birds from the cold. The claws on their feet grip the ice to walk. Their wide wings work as paddles. These penguins stand about 4 feet tall. Their bodies are long and curved to help them swim. So there's a 4-foot-long emperor penguin compared to an average human. Look at, they're almost the same size. They weigh between 50 and 88 pounds. Deep sea divers. That's our heading. So this section will be all about deep sea divers. Emperor penguins catch krill, squid, and small fish to eat. Sometimes they must travel far to find food. These carnivores dive deep in the water to hunt. They can go as deep as 1,850 feet below the surface. Wow. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, I hope you're telling me to stop. I just heard our next fact that we wanted to look for. We wanted to find about their diet. So what do penguins eat? I'll read this one more time in case you didn't catch it. Emperor penguins catch krill, squid, whoa, it started to flip on me, squid, and small fish to eat. Sometimes they must travel far to find food. Okay, let's go back to our journal to write our last fact down. So we wrote about the habitat. They live in Antarctica. Now I'm going to skip a line and write diet. I, silent E, diet. And then I'm going to do a little dash. So diet. What do penguins eat? Do you remember? Yeah, they eat fish, krill, and squid. So they eat. Finger space, eat. They eat fish. Fish, krill, comma, and squid. S-Q-U, D, squid, period. They eat fish, krill, and squid. Now, if you're not finished, hit that pause button so that you can catch up with me. If you click pause, that's awesome. But now that you have finished writing your 2 facts on the habitat and diet, we get to finish our story, okay? Emperor penguins must watch for predators when they swim. Seals and orcas hunt them. Young penguins can be easy prey for seals. Large flying birds may also catch them from above. Penguin families. Once a year, emperor penguins migrate to their rookies. Some walk up to 100 miles. Females, so girls, and males, boys, pair up after the long trip. Soon, females lay 1 egg each. Males keep the egg warm, while the female leaves to find food. So here's a picture of an emperor male penguin, and it is pointing to the egg. So this is a label. The label is pointing to the egg. Chicks hatch from the egg. 2 months later, then the female returns to help take care of the chicks. So here's a little life cycle of a penguin, a little diagram. So first, a baby penguin, an emperor penguin starts as an egg, and then we move over and it becomes a chick. Then a chick, so that's maybe like a baby, moves into a fledgling, so like a kid or a teenager, and then it becomes an adult penguin. So egg, chick, fledgling, adult. Chicks have downy feathers. The babies form their own groups to keep warm. They become fledglings after 4 months. Soon, the young emperor penguin makes a trip to sea. The end. So at the end of our nonfiction books, there's a page called the glossary, and it gives us some big words that we saw in the book. These words are important words that the author thought we needed to know. So blubber, the fat of emperor penguins. Carnivores, animals that eat only meat. So remember, their diet was fish, krill, and squid. And then I'll read one more. One of the other important words was colonies, groups of emperor penguins. Thanks so much for learning about penguins with me, and I can't wait to learn more about them and other animals. So right now, keep your facts safe. Let's read them one more time. So we wrote emperor penguins, their habitat or their home. They live in Antarctica. So brr, Antarctica, it's cold. And then their diet. So what do they eat? They eat fish, krill, and squid. Thanks so much for learning with me. I'll see you later. Bye for